For years, we've been talking about how Hollywood is clearly pushing an agenda, identity politics and virtue signaling ahead of entertainment. And for years, people say, oh, no, that's crazy. These things are just happening. It's just a coincidence that all these characters are suddenly being race swapped, that all these characters are suddenly being turned gay, things like that. Well, no, that's not the case. There's been internal memos for years about these things, about the active trying to destroy what came before, actively trying to change established characters and things like that, all in order to diversify the programming. Well, now we have something like this that Gary tweeted out. Since we're dropping some dimes on Twitter from the Writers Guild of America, reinterpreting legacy characters. This is from the Writers Guild of America. This is a meeting, a little panel that they did to talk about something very interesting, something that we have been talking about for a very long time, and people don't want to admit that it's happening. People don't want to admit that there's an active agenda out there to change things, to change stories, to change these characters. It doesn't just happen by accident. It happens very fucking intentionally. Queer Eye for comic books. LGBTQ plus voices on IP adaptations for film and TV. About this event, this panel will bring together LGBTQ plus writers and film TV executives to discuss the process of adapting comic book IP for film and television with a focus on breathing life into queer characters, either those already queer on the page or reinterpreting legacy characters in a new queer light. I mean, come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on. This is exactly what we've been saying is happening. And this is something that Gary got handed from somebody from the Writers Guild who didn't want to be put on record, who just wanted to make sure that he knew, where they actually printed this out to make sure that people had no way to fucking track it because they don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to be canceled for calling this stuff out. And in fact, this panel was even recorded a little bit, guys. Queer Eyes for comic books, LGBTQ plus voices on IP adaptations for film and TV. Ratio to hell of the people that actually watched it, 64. 60, let's make it 65. 65 dislikes and only 6 likes. And I mean, let's just look at the thumbnail. I mean, you can pretty much see what it's going to be anyway, right? You can pretty much tell probably what it's going to be anyway, but let's listen just to the intro. It's a 2-hour panel. We can't listen to the entire thing. We simply cannot. But we can watch the first little bit. Now, this is from the Writers Guild of America, mind you. The Writers Guild of America putting this together.
We're so excited to have such an incredible group of creators and executives and all LGBTQ plus voices here to talk about comic books and comic book adaptations. I really want to thank our...
Let's hear somebody else talk.
Roberto serves as Chief Creative Officer. Welcome, Roberto.
Look at the claps.
Sorry. Hi. I'm so happy.
Did you see the little claps? Holy shit.
Hi.
It's so nice to be here and see everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you, man.
Now, I can't listen to 2 hours of this, obviously. But this is exactly what we've been talking about. This stuff is intentional. They're intentionally trying to erase legacy characters and replace them. And whether we're talking about race swapping, whether we're talking about gender swaps, whether we're talking about sexuality swaps, this is happening all of the time in the entertainment industry. They're actually having meetings and telling each other how to do it, offering advice to people, how to take legacy characters and turn them gay, turn them black, whatever it may be. Because that's what they care about. They care about diversity and pushing a woke message instead of actually entertaining people. We know this is happening at Disney. We know for a fact it's happening at Disney. Remember all the things that came out about that? Leaked Disney Zoom meetings exposes company's efforts to make LGBTQ issues a focus in films and theme parks. Here's Christopher Rufo, got all these leaked Zoom calls from all of this stuff, making sure they're creating gender non-conforming characters, canonical trans characters, and canonical bisexual characters. Man, it seems like we're getting a lot of that stuff coming out in Strange World, doesn't it? Weird how that works. Do you remember this woman?
It's like, I love Disney's content. I grew up watching, all of the classics. They have been a huge, informative part of my life. But at the same time, I worked at small studios most of my career, and I'd heard, you hear whispers. I'd heard things like, oh, they won't let you show this at a Disney show. And I'm like, okay. So I was a little sus when I started. But then my experience was bafflingly the opposite of what I had heard on my little pocket of proud family Disney TVA. The showrunners were super welcoming. Meredith Roberts and our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda. And so I feel
my not at all secret gay agenda. And it just got worse and worse. We heard that they knew who was susceptible to these, that they targeted towards a younger generation specifically because they knew they were susceptible to it. And what else we have to do to show that this is active? This is actively, they're trying to do this. It's intentional. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's happening across the board. They have diversity standards for movies and shows to get awards now, specifically for this reason. And all the while, what do we see in Hollywood? Failures. Streaming businesses that are losing billions and billions of dollars every single quarter. A box office that is hitting its lowest marks ever. The worst Thanksgiving weekend in history. And that's coming off the worst September that they've had in 25 years, not even factoring in inflation. Woke Hollywood is dying right now, and it's because of things like this. Because they're focusing so much on these superficial things that they want to force identity politics into everything they possibly can. This is why people are walking away from Hollywood. They're walking away from the box office. They're walking away from comic books. They're walking away from streaming services because of shit like this. And until the entertainment industry wakes up and realizes they need to push these activists out, or else they're not going to have an industry left, they are not going to learn. They're not going to get any better. This is not going to be fixed until people acknowledge that this is a big part of the problem. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.